Hello friends, welcome to educators.com. I am Preeti Rathi. In last video we have discussed about functions and now in this video we'll talk about pointers in C. The topics which we are going to cover are what is pointer in C, example of pointer, pointer to pointer and example of pointer to pointer. Now what is pointer? So pointer operator in C is denoted by star, which is called as value at address operator. It gives the value stored at a particular address. The value at address operator is also called as indirect operator. Here we have ampersand, which gives address of a variable, whereas star gives value stored at the particular address. For example, if I have integer I which holds value 3, then to declare a pointer we have to use star operator, that is integer star j. When I say integer star j, it means that j is a pointer which can hold address of integer type of variable. So integer is a type of variable whose address it is holding. Then as you can see in this diagram that we have i's value as a 3 and the address of it is 65524, which is now we are storing in j by executing the expression j equal to ampersand I. So that address is stored in j. So j is a pointer pointing to I, means it is holding the address of I. So if I want to get the value of I using j, then I can use star of j. Now in this example you can see here I is made as 3, then we have declared j as integer star. As we have discussed, it defines that j is a pointer type variable which can hold address of another variable of data type integer. If j wants to hold the address of character, then it should be declared as a char star j. If it wants to hold the address of float, then it should be declared as float star j. Means the data type of pointer is nothing but the data type of variable whose address it is holding. Then we have this j equal to ampersand I, means j is holding the address of I. Then if I'll display address of I can use ampersand I or directly j, because j is also holding the address of I. But address of j if we want, we can have ampersand j. Then we got value of j directly we can access, value of I also we can access directly. Now if I want value of I, so one more option we can have, that ampersand I and star. So you can see here ampersand I is address of I, and on that we are putting star, means value at address of I. So we are back to I. As star and ampersand are opposite to each other, that will be nullified. First we have reached till the address and then value at that address. Again ampersand I is nothing but j. So this will be star of j, which is nothing but value of I. Then again if I'll give star of j directly, then also it gives the value of I. In this example we can have star of ampersand I, but we cannot reverse this operator, because if we reverse them, then star of I is not possible, because I itself is holding a value. So value at a address we can retrieve, but value at a variable, value at a value is not possible. We will check out that practically. Then the next concept we have pointer to pointer. Now pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. Now we can have one more pointer variable which holds the address of another pointer. Thus we can have a pointer that contains another pointer's address. For example, here we have I as 3, j is declared as integer star, which is a pointer holding address of integer type. then pointer to pointer can be declared with the two stars here, like integer star star k. So now k can hold address of another pointer which actually holding address of some variable. So we have j equal to ampersand I. Whenever we execute this, in this diagram you can see here that this is the j variable which will hold address of I, which is 65524. Then we are having k variable which is holding address of j. So address of j is 65522, which is kept into k. So like this, pointer to pointer holds address of another pointer. Now in this example of pointer to pointer, we have declared I as 3, then we have declared integer star j, means it is a pointer, then integer star star k, which is a pointer to pointer. So j can hold address of I and k can hold address of j. Now if I want address of I, then I can use ampersand I or j or star of k, because star of k will hold value at the k which is nothing but address of I, that is the j's value. Then we got address of j that we can get by ampersand j, or it is stored in k also. Value of I directly we can access. This is the same part which we did last time, that we can have ampersand I means reaching till address and star on that. So value at the address. Then again we got star of k which will give value at I, and if I want value using k, then I have to use two stars over here. So this way we can use pointer to pointer. Now we'll check out both this thing practically. Now in this application, again we are including stdir.h and conio.h. Then we have main method as an entry point. Then clr scr function is to clear the screen, and getch we have to retain the screen. Now I'll declare variables. First will be the normal variable, that is integer I, which is holding some value. Now we'll have another variable as a pointer, that is integer star j. Now this j will hold address of I. So we have ampersand of I. Now if I'll display all this value, so if I want value of I to be displayed, then I can have I equal to %d. Directly I can display the I. Secondly, if I want I's value to be displayed using j variable, so I using j. So here you can see that we will have star of j. This way we can display the value of I, that is star is value at j and j is already holding the address, so value at the same address where I is kept will be again 10. So if I'll execute this, we'll get 10 using I as well as using j. Now next we'll display address of I. Now when we display the address of I, instead of %d we have to use %u, which is for the unsigned integer. So we can say address of I equal to %u, which is for the unsigned integer, and pointers are unsigned, so we can use %u over here. Now if I want directly address to be fetched, then I can use ampersand I, which will give the address. If I want to display the address using j, then directly j I can display, because j is holding address of I. Now this I am fetching using j. So again I'll get the same value, directly I can give j. Now you can see here I will give the value of I, star of j will again give the value of I, ampersand of I will give address of I, that is the j's value, and directly j also will give value of j. Now if I'll execute, so address of I we are getting as 65444 and same we are getting using j also. So this way we can use the pointer. Now the next we have pointer to pointer. So I'll declare one more pointer here, that is pointer to pointer, which should be declared with 2 stars. Now this pointer to pointer is for holding the address of another pointer. So when I say integer star star k, it means k is a variable which is holding address of another variable, another pointer, which is actually holding address of a variable which is of type integer. So the actual data type of variable is integer, right, and that is kept in the pointers. The address of that variable is kept into the pointers. So as the name suggests, pointer to pointer is a variable which is pointing to the another pointer, means holding the address of another pointer. So we'll have k equal to address of, that is ampersand of j. Ampersand is address of, whereas star is value at. These are the two important operators we have seen here. Now again I'll repeat, ampersand is address of a variable, whereas star is value at a particular address. Now if I want to display that using k, so we can have, if I want to display the value of I using k, so we can have printf I using k equal to %u again, and here we have to use star star of k. Then only will be able to reach till I. Then now if I want to display the value of address of I using k, so I can go for address of I using k. So here I can give star k, 1 star and k, which will hold the address of I. Now if I'll execute this, now you can see here that first I am getting the value of I using I directly, then j, then k, then I am getting address of I. So same value we are getting using ampersand I, or using j, that is directly displaying j, or using k. So the next three values we are getting for the address of I. Now next we have, if suppose I want address of j, so we can have address of j using j itself. So what we have to do? Ampersand j. Directly we can give ampersand j. Now next, if I want to use k there, so k is directly holding the address of j. So I can say address of j using k. So here directly I can put k. Now we expect first three output same, second three output same, and then last two output as the same. So if I'll execute this, we got the same thing. First three output are giving the value of I, that is 10. Then second two output are address of I using j as well as using I, and k we are getting same. Then address of j using j and k, that also value we are getting same. Now next one more variation I'll add over here. As we have seen, star and ampersand nullifies each other, means if I'll have a variable and then I'll put ampersand, means I'm saying address at a variable and then put star on that. For example, suppose I want to read the value of I, then I can have with this way, that is star of ampersand of I. So here initially I am reading I, then going to the address of that, and from that address again jumping to the value at that address. So I am back to I only. So if I'll display this, so we can see again we are getting I's value as 10. Now again we'll check out this example. Here what we did, we have I as a variable, then j as a pointer which holds address of I, then k as a pointer to pointer which holds address of a pointer j. Then while accessing value of I, directly we can access. If we want to use j, then star of j we can give, that is value at this address, and k is a pointer to pointer, so we have to give 2 stars over there to get the value of I. Now here I am fetching the address, and on the address I am putting star. So we are back to the value of I. Then in second thing, when we want to fetch the address of I, we can go for ampersand I or j directly, which is holding address of I, or star of k. Then when we want to show the address of j, directly ampersand j we can have, or we can display k. So this is the basic about the pointers. We have learned two operators here, ampersand and star. Ampersand gives the address of a variable, whereas star points the value at a particular address. Now in next tutorial we'll discuss about functions and pointers together, that is passing parameter by value or by reference. Then again we'll check out recursion of functions also. Thank you.